This episode is all about the slam dunk contest hosted by me, Rob, the Dunk King. Dunk King! Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
You act professional, man. This is an office.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
No!
Well. Welcome to the Extra Point. I'm Rob, the Dunk King. We're going to talk about this year's slam dunk contest, but before that, let's talk about TKP, the Kicker Podcast. Yeah, very exciting. Don't go anywhere. Why aren't you subscribing? Or maybe you have, and thank you for that. But if you haven't, come on, use your head, people. It's a great show, okay? I don't talk that much. It's mostly Dave, and he's very smart and very funny. You wanna hear that. So subscribe, rate, comment, review. What are all the things you do for a podcast, Cole? Anything else?
No, that was about it.
That was it. I got them all. You can do it on iTunes, Stitcher. You can listen to them on Facebook if you want. I mean, they're everywhere. And then also, share them with your friends. Don't be a jerk, okay? Your friends want to hear this. I guarantee it. My friends do. Most of them. Some of them do. There's a few that want to hear it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's not get into my personal life. Share it with your friends so they can enjoy the ridiculous things that come out of my mouth. Sometimes they're really, really bad things. But usually we bleep them out. And if we don't, then you get to hear that and you have some blackmail against me if I become famous. This really got off the rails quick, but we're gonna keep on going, folks. This year's candidates for the Slam Dunk Contest, it's all staying in, Cole. It's all staying in. 4 of them, Donovan Mitchell, Larry Nance Jr., Victor Oladipo, and Dennis Smith Jr. All right, I'm gonna give you who I think is gonna win here. Donovan Mitchell, right off the bat, he's out of there. I know, he's amazing. He's a great scorer, okay? But I think he's all power. I think it's all he's got. He's got one move, it's just a power dunk, and that's just not enough. You want to see creativity, okay? So Donovan Mitchell, I'm sorry, you're a great scorer. You'll be an all-star someday, but you're done. Larry Nance Jr., love watching Larry Nance. Did you know he's a legacy? Yeah, his dad won the inaugural slam dunk contest, and guess who he beat? His dad beat Dr. J. Dr. J! Are you kidding me? That's it. After you beat Dr. J in anything, you just retire. I think you just ascend to heaven. Obviously, I don't want him to die or anything like that, but that's an amazing thing. And so Larry Nance Jr. is a legacy. Although here's the thing, he's fun to watch. I love watching Larry Nance Jr. He soars through the air, but it's not very fun. It's not very creative, right? He just like kind of hangs there. He's just 9 feet tall, so he just stays in the air longer than everybody else. That's not fun. Do you really want to see Larry Nance Jr. just jump up and just stay in the air? I mean, maybe if he stays like for like a few minutes, but no, you're not winning, Larry Nance. You're out of there as well. Okay, so it comes down to Victor Oladipo and Dennis Smith Jr. Very exciting, both smaller guys, which is usually who wins, right? Because big guys, they can't really do much. They're just like big hippos jumping up, and that's a terrible. I call them hippos. Anyway, they're too big. It's not exciting. You want to see like small guys, like Spud Webb, like fly through the air, do flips and weird like acrobatic shit. That's what we want to see. All right, and that's what I expect. A lot of flips and acrobatic shit from these guys. Victor Oladipo was the runner-up in last year's contest, and last year he won the Dunk of the Year. So I mean, he's got the pedigree, right? That's pretty good. Dennis Smith Jr., a 48-inch vertical. He was drafted 9th. So I think he's a little salty about that. He's got that Russell Westbrook aggression. I think it's gonna come down to those two guys. And I'm gonna commit to it. Dennis Smith Jr. will beat out Victor Oladipo in the finals. There it is. That's what I think. So I want to know, obviously, who you think is gonna win. Put in the comments below. And I will read the coolest ones next week. Obviously, by the time I read them, we'll know who won. So the people that didn't choose right, I will rip you apart in the comments. All right, before we go, we have to talk about the best dunks in contest history. Obviously, here are my top 3, all right? Number 3, Vince Carter's reverse 360 windmill. It's gotta be up there. It could be number 2 or number 1, really. It was amazing. I don't think people realize, they don't realize how difficult this was. Because usually you're coming up and you're jumping this way to dunk this way, and you go with your momentum. He basically stopped his momentum, reversed it, this way, reversed it. No, Cole, which way am I going? This way? Yeah, he reversed 360 and then windmill. It's amazing. Google it. We'll put a picture up right there. Okay, you get the point. It was absolutely nuts. Fun fact, when I was a junior in high school, I went to, I think it was like 5-star basketball camp or something like that in New York. Very cool. Vince Carter was a rookie in the NBA. Really exciting, coming out of college, like everyone knew he was a high flyer. He got into a dunk contest with one of the campers from France. And this camper, I don't remember what his name was. He probably went on to play D1. He was amazing, really tall guy. Obviously, I wasn't dunking. I was just there to hang out with my friends and eat pizza and drink Coke. But he got into a dunk contest with this kid, and this kid was amazing. I think he did like a 360. It was nuts, and everyone was like, "Oh, Vince Carter's gonna lose! Like it's crazy. He was supposed to be the special guest." So Vince Carter just everyone's doubting him, and he just looked around at everybody, and the kid was standing over there, the hoops here. Vince Carter just jumped up, just jumped straight up in the air, and the rim was down here. He was looking at the kid the whole time. He didn't look at the rim. He just jumped up. This is the rim. He's just just staring at the kid, and then just put the ball in. It was just one of those hey, shut the f*** up, I'm Vince Carter dunks. You know what I mean? That's amazing. We're gonna bleep that out probably. And I'm pretty sure the kid, the French kid, just passed away. He just left his body, also ascended to heaven. Rest in peace, obviously, the French kid. But Vince Carter is amazing. He's number 3. That was a long story for a weird death joke. Number 2, Michael Jordan from the free throw line, 1988. I mean, it wasn't the most original dunk, obviously. It had been done before. I think Dominique did it. I know Dr. J jumped from the free throw line. But it was the most iconic. Everyone can picture Jordan. He was cocked back like this in the air. Just amazing. Most iconic dunk probably of all time in the contest. That was number 2. Number 1, Aaron Gordon. That's right. He's my number 1. He jumped over the mascot, but he didn't just jump over and straddle him. He brought his legs over the guy. I mean, he was like this. He sat on his head and then went under him. It was just, how do you do that? That was number 1. I can't speak anymore. All right, so besides who's going to win the dunk contest this year, also put in the comments below, who was your favorite dunker in the contest history of all time? Maybe you put your top 3, whatever you want, and I will read the coolest ones on the show next week. Lastly, tune in this Friday, okay? The Extra Point, because there may or may not be an NBA All-Star style skills challenge that takes place in the kicker offices. Maybe it's myself, maybe it's some of the writers you know, maybe it's some random people that just work in the marketing department. Who knows? I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So tune in Friday to watch people make fools of themselves. Or not, maybe they'll be amazing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm Rob King. Thanks for watching The Extra Point.